I knew
You wanna
that
tell
my
that
children
story?
were. No. I was devastated.
Oh,
I was
man.
heartbroken. I knew you guys were like
gosh.
good kids. I knew that you guys read your Bible, you prayed. But one night, when we're out having dinner, you broke my heart. I was shattered.
A dream without action is as gold found but not taken.
Come on, boys. Yo, what's good, people? This is your boy Muli JR, and I'm here with the Tribe of Dreamers Network show. And today, I am joined with two amazing, special women in my life. But before I get into that, this network is about all things lifestyle in personal growth, mindset growth, and business growth. So don't think we're only confined to studios, but it's definitely versatile, as one of our main three branches for the Mwotaji brand is versatility. So today I'm joined here with my mom and my sister. Yes. This is guys, this is long overdue in my opinion. So yes. Before, I want you guys to introduce yourselves. On this show, we're going to open up with a hot take fire round question. So I'm going to ask them certain questions, and you guys, whatever comes to your mind, answer it, but make sure it's quick. So, mother,
We're not doing introductions?
we will introduce after.
Oh.
What child are you most similar to, and in what way?
You expect me to answer that question?
Yes.
What child are you similar to?
Yes.
Or am I similar to?
Are you most similar to, and why? In what way?
I think I'm very similar to Tanu. Why? Because you always say, I am like her or she's like me.
And you? What do you think?
About her?
Yeah.
Me.
Okay, so we're twins.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Who is the most expensive child you have?
It's a no-brainer. You.
Oh boy. Okay, who gives the best advice in the family?
You.
Let the people know.
Hey. I feel like I'm a rock.
No, I still love you.
Who is most likely to
Wow.
get married first in the family?
Oh,
Tinder.
Tinder.
Okay, why?
He's basically married already.
All right. On a family night out, who is most likely to get the most tipsy?
Mom. 100%. 100%. Yup.
Okay, what is your dream family holiday destination?
Bali? For me.
I don't know what. Mauritius, I think. I'm not sure.
Okay.
There's so many places, so many beautiful.
These are islands.
Seychelles. Yeah, island, beach. Yeah, Seychelles kind of thing.
What's one thing about our family that you think people would be surprised to know?
We are very emotional people.
And you also just kind of said it though.
What's that?
The Seychelles Indian thing.
Oh, something that people don't know
Yeah,
about
something
us.
people don't know about
Yes,
us.
our
You're already baiting
our
us. We're not that
lineage.
emotional.
Sorry?
No? Okay, carry on.
No, our lineage. We actually have Seychelles lineage and Indian lineage. So, our great
Your dad.
grandparents.
Get to
Your
know
dad.
From
if
my
you
dad's
know.
side.
Yes, yes. If you could instantly master any skill, what would it be and why?
Damn. Playing guitar probably. Or piano for me, I feel like. Because I used to do piano when I was young. So I feel like doing it now and perfecting it, I think that's a skill that I would enjoy. Because I like music. So, yeah.
Me? I think, I used to play the piano and the guitar. So maybe, we're actually very similar. I'd want to do the guitar.
Okay, if you could have dinner with any three people, dead or alive, who would they be?
You go first. You go first as I think about it.
Dead or alive?
Any ideas? Dead or alive?
There's
That's a hard
countless
question.
people who have been before us, guys. It's not hard.
Oh, you said
And
or
it's
alive.
quick fire
I think for
round.
me, Nelson Mandela.
Who else? Sorry.
I've read his book. I really admired him. I've been to South Africa, visited his home. He's an icon, African icon. I'm Pan-African. He's Pan-African. So it's just somebody I'd really love to sit and
Give me
just
two more.
glean.
I think for me, I would say Karen Kingsbury. She's the author that I have read literally all her books from start to finish. Some even
I
multiple
always see you
times.
reading that, by the way.
So yeah, Karen Kingsbury.
Let's just stick to one.
Okay.
If you could
Yeah, 'cause
describe
that's
our
hard.
family in 3 words, what would they be?
Chaotic.
Tanu goes first.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Chaotic. Emotional. And dysfunctional, but in a good way.
Yeah, I totally agree. With that. Very
Gosh.
emotional.
Yeah.
Extreme. Our emotions are all over.
You guys just
Haywire.
YouTube. You know what I mean? You guys speak
just
it
us
into it. I'm stoic.
All over the place.
I'm a stoic.
No, you're also very emotional.
Okay, carry on.
Emotion. I think very creative.
Yeah.
Very creative. Emotional. Very creative. Very loving.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a segment of a hot take fire round question just for you guys to get to know my guests a little bit more. But now let's indulge into the meat and potatoes of the episode. So, Mom, the people want to know, the people who used to follow you, your fans, you know, those people who are watching you when you're producing movies, your scripts, your plays. They want to know, where have you been in the last 12 years?
Wow, it's been 12 years, right?
Around 12 years, maybe more.
Yeah, okay. Well, I took a kind of, not a forced break, but I took a break because, as you know, I went through a divorce. So life totally changed, and there's a lot of things I had to deal with, a lot of things I had to handle, and just life totally changed. So, and like the movie I did, which was called Shattered, our lives became shattered. So
Was it a prophetic
I
script?
think so. When I look over, I'm like, I actually named the movie
So it was,
Shattered.
foreshadowing.
And it totally shattered our lives. So just rebuilding and getting things together and my life together.
So why now? Why come back now?
Timing. I think it has everything to do with timing. I think the time is just right. And I'm not saying I'm coming back to start scripting and doing movies. I'm coming back doing other things, right? Like I'm first starting off on social media. My Instagram.
Social media doing what?
My
though?
Instagram, talking to people, just putting back my pictures, just getting myself out there, just treading very slowly. I'm not in any hurry, yeah. So, and then from there, progressively, let's see what comes out of it.
Okay. So what has it been like raising 3 children alone?
Hard.
Yeah.
You all know it's been difficult, but God's grace is sufficient. It's not been easy because I started raising you guys when you were little. That's 12 years ago. How old were you then?
My age is a mystery.
Yeah. So you're quite small. So it's not been easy being a single parent. Shout out to all the single parents out there. It's really not an easy job.
Let them know. Yeah.
But God is faithful.
Okay. So how would you describe each of your kids from when they were young to now and where you see them being in the future?
Wow. You really want me to answer that question?
Yeah.
Each of my kids. Okay, so I'll start with, shall I start with the last one? Yeah. Okay, I'll start with Muli. How would I describe you? Muli, very independent, very determined, strong. And when you know what you want, you go for it. And that was your nature from young. So that's who you are. And I see you have great potential, you have a great future. I won't even just say potential. I think it's already there. It's not something that is waiting to happen. It's already in you. So it's not a potential. It's in you. So it's just bringing it forth. Yeah. So I know God is going to bless you. You have a great future ahead.
Amen. And to our sibling who is not with us today.
Yeah, Tinder. Yeah. Tinder, he's funny. He's a stoic.
He's not as stoic as you think, but he is.
Yeah, he is. He's very clever, extremely intelligent. Tinder is, I think, out of the 3 of you, Tinder is the one who's the most intelligent. He's very intelligent. And he's a good son, very faithful son, very obedient. In my experience, and I know you guys will have something else to say.
We talk about the same boy.
Yes, talking about the same boy. Yeah, but you know,
Oh, man.
you all have other sides, not all
Yeah,
good
yeah.
sides.
Hey,
you have
true.
your own negative sides to it.
True.
but
Now,
I don't
Tanu,
think-
I really want to hear what you have to say.
You want me to be very honest?
Oh my God.
Tanu doesn't like
I'm
hard
scared.
work. She doesn't like hard work.
Soft life.
But Tanu is also brilliant. She's also clever. She's intelligent. If she gets to do something, she's hardworking. But around the house, she's lazy.
Yeah, let them know raw.
That's not
Yeah,
true.
That's
she's-
staying
Oh my
in there,
God.
right?
Yeah.
That is staying in
I
there.
have to tell you like a number of times to
Me?
do something. Yeah. Yes. Tanu.
Me?
Yes, Tanu. How many times do I ask you to do something and then you don't do it and I end up doing it because you didn't do it?
Because it took 2 minutes and then you got frustrated.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like,
There's a
you don't
time
even
I
give
was
me
getting
time.
food from the fridge, and I opened it literally to get the the rice, the chicken, everything. 1 second passed. Why are you keeping the fridge open? You know? I'm
Exactly.
like,
I do.
Wow.
Who is on who cooks almost all the time?
whoa.
Cleans up the kitchen.
Whoa.
Does, what?
It's very balanced. You see me, my hard work is quiet. I don't announce things. But I think,
Me, I'm the one who cooks, I'm the one who cleans.
No, you
I'm the
don't.
one-
Mom,
No,
you
you
stopped those
literally do
behaviors
nothing.
last year.
You stopped
Not
doing that
even
years
last year.
ago.
Years ago.
Okay, so now you have to tell on me.
Yeah,
Oh.
because we're telling the truth.
This is real and unedited.
Kindly.
Carry on, though.
That's it. What else?
Future, where do you see her going?
Oh, Tanu.
Yeah.
Tanu has a bright future as well.
Yeah.
She just needs to, like all of you, you just need to put your mind into something and that's it. You're gone.
But,
Yeah,
you know, I feel like it's similar to how you are with your brothers. Like, I feel like I picked up Uncle Mama,
Yeah.
Tina picked up Uncle Shugi to an extent.
Yeah.
Tanu, just you two
And
are
it
the
matches
twins.
like first, second, third born.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
It's kind
that's
of-
It's
facts.
literally exactly the same.
Hey, okay, so now, what are the principles and values that you've instilled into us, your kids, that made us turn out so well learned, so sober minded that young and current parents and also future parents can take away and apply in their families?
Well, I think for me, one thing I did right, which I've told a few of my friends, and it's really not natural, but when I got pregnant with the three of you, I always used to pray. I always used to lay my hands on your tummy and pray very hard for you guys. Suckling, when I was suckling, I always used to pray. I've always prayed about your destiny, your lives and everything, and bringing you up in the ways of the Lord. I think that has really helped because scripture does say that you bring up a child in the way he should go and they won't depart from it.
We departed, all
You
of
did
us.
along the way. No matter where you will go, you will still
Hey, but
come
yeah, we
back.
came back home. We did. We came back home.
You
Hey,
departed.
we really,
and I found out in a very weird way. I had no
Oh,
clue.
boy.
I knew
You wanna
that
tell
my
that
children
story?
No.
were. No. I was devastated.
Oh,
I was
man.
heartbroken. I knew you guys were like
Gosh.
good kids. I knew that you guys read your Bible, you prayed. But one night, when we were out having dinner, you broke my heart. I was
No,
shattered.
I
Literally.
don't even want to revisit that
Yeah,
night.
okay,
But,
It's
but,
not
but
necessary.
you know what? The thing I love about us is that you're all very open. Yeah, to an
Hey,
extent.
I think
we
I
are
even am
open.
over open sometimes.
open.
Yeah, so we're all very free. You know all my flaws, you know all my mistakes, which I think is also a good thing for parents to have with their children. I mean, there are those boundaries, yes, but still, it's good to be very open. It's good for you guys to know the mistakes I made also growing up. And don't judge me, though sometimes once in a while.
No, it just depends if you bring up a certain topic and we're like, we have to
I
remind
did
you.
tell you that so that you can.
We have
What
to
what
remind
topic do you
you.
guys want to?
No,
Let's
no,
be a
no.
bit raw and raw and filtered.
Now over to Tan. We've done now. Tan.
No.
I mean, it was your trajectory, so might as well just.
So, okay, you've instilled God-fearing.
Good values.
Good
God-fearing
values.
Values. I think I gave you space to be you. I
Oh
gave
yeah,
you-
no.
actually
I
gave you
appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, I gave
Genuinely.
you space for each of you
Yeah.
to be who you are. I didn't impose myself. I didn't like,
Yeah.
I want you to be this way, so you must be
True.
this way.
I mean, I had piercings when I was 12,
Yeah.
and I pierced on the wrong side. I didn't know that the right side means you're gay, and then you know I had people kind of looking at me funny, and I said, "Hey." I went to pierce the next one. So I like the freedom. I mean, people always know you as we were growing up as the most relaxed mom.
Yeah,
you
after
know.
a night out, my friends would want to come back to our house because
Yeah.
you know your parents wouldn't have a problem with us going out. So
Yeah.
I think that has helped a lot. Even
I think I was able to do that also because of my faith in the Lord. So I knew you'd be okay
allowing
no
us to
matter
go out
what.
drinking at 16.
My faith was in God, and I knew you'd be okay. You'd be okay.
So parents need to learn not to be so obsessive.
Yeah.
And let their kids grow on
Let
their
the kids
own.
grow. Let the kids make mistakes. You know, because sometimes
Yeah.
parents are too protective and they don't want their children to make mistakes. And I'm like, you do learn from your mistakes and you grow.
And I think we all had our own trauma, and we kind of all are learning how to deal with that
with
trauma,
it.
even in relationships. we
yeah.
kind of see.
Especially relationships.
Especially for all of us, except Tinder.
Oh man!
Every one of us except Tinder.
seems to be
Tinder has been
okay.
untouched.
Oh no, he
but-
has his wahala and dilemmas, but
Yeah,
you know,
but not like us,
obviously,
though.
he still found someone really good for him, and
Yeah.
and I keep saying, if you see me and you are intrigued by my conversations, my looks, just don't be afraid.
Shoot
to
your
DM,
shots.
You know what I mean? I have my
Shoot your
DMs
shots.
open. Just saying, just letting you know. But
Yeah.
anyway. Tanu, on the
my
topic
God.
of relationships,
Where?
I think that's a
Wait,
perfect
I need some
way.
water. I need some
Perfect way
water.
to kind of now
Oh my God.
change the topic. I've personally experienced how many guys are interested in you, and I've had several guys personally come up to me
heart
and
is
say,
like-
"Yo, Muli, your sister, yo."
Oh,
I'm
God.
like, "Yo, guys, I want to take it. I want to take your sister out," and so, but I still know you're single, and so I'm wondering, what are some of the challenges you faced in your dating life?
Now, this one, how much time do we have? Because we'll be here forever.
Man.
I think for me, I was in a very long-term relationship for many years.
What was the guy's name?
We don't need to go into that. We don't need to go into
I
that.
think you started young.
I started young.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
were
thing.
young in
Like,
that
we
relationship.
started dating in high school,
Yeah.
and then all the way till like after university. So we're together for like 6 years, and then after that ended, I think I just wanted freedom, because it's like being with one person.
You were locked up.
Being with one person for all that time, and then you don't have that freedom to like date in in your late teens, early 20s, and whatever. So after that, I was kind of just like, I want to take time and just be free and just be single and like learn how to like date again.
But
So
you
I
need
think-
I think you need to, because sorry, I hope I
No,
can
go.
interject.
Yeah.
So for me, because I observe you, I've seen the relation, because you're open enough to tell me, Mom, I'm going out with this person and there's this person. So we normally have that conversation. But for me, it's how quick when you break up so fast.
No, it's a miracle. It's
How do you
actually
do that?
impressive. No,
How
that's
do you-
my next question.
How do you get over a heartbreak?
No,
I mean,
okay,
I don't know.
that we'll get into that, Mom. We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
I think you see, no,
think
my
that's a
thing is
good
the
question.
reason for also me being single is because the kind of people I date don't even live in Kenya. So it's like I meet this guy, we go out for however long.
Guys,
and then-
genuinely speaking, I do not know what settings my sister has her Tinder on or Bumble. All the guys she dates, since I think even 3-4 years when you came back,
Yeah.
they have not been Kenyan.
American.
All of them are always coming back to Kenya
And
at the same time.
they fly from America
for her.
to come and meet her.
What kind
How?
of grace is this that I need to tap into myself? So let me ask you this now.
Wait,
yeah?
I haven't finished.
Okay,
So
okay.
I was explaining like my reason, and for me, I think I'm at the point where when and if I do get into a relationship, it's a relationship that I actually see leading into like marriage and like something serious. Because I'm at the point where like I'm done with like playing games and just dating for fun. But then again, you also need to take your time and get to know a person before deciding this is the person I want to be with. That doesn't happen overnight. So it's a matter of like having enough time with a person, spending enough time with a person to like properly get to know them. Because the last person you guys met,
Which one?
you know.
Which one? You can't keep up.
you've
Yeah,
met one
'cause we don't even
person,
know
went
which
for
one.
dinner together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like you see with him as well, you know the issues that were there and everything that happened. But anyway, I think for me it's just a matter of like having someone present and someone who is like also ready to like settle down and we're like on the same page. So it's more of like, go ahead.
No, for me, I really want you to answer that question because I don't know how.
I'm getting into it.
Oh, really?
Yes, Mom.
Okay,
Or you want
sorry.
to take over the hosting?
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, you can't, by the way. Okay, since Mom has pressed that question, what advice do you have for girls who date or who want to date but don't know how to guard their heart while they're dating?
For me, one experience. that's
Let's
that's
get
what
into it.
changed everything for me.
Let's get into it.
because you guys know, and my very close friends know that there's this one person that I was obsessed with for years.
Oh, man.
Okay.
So I feel like
Hey.
I feel like I put so much of my I was very emotionally invested in him. And I just think that like, when things didn't work out then things ended, and I actually, you saw me, like I was literally crying for
I'd hear her from my bedroom.
Where was I? Where
crying.
was it happening?
Are you from
Was I
the
here?
US?
You in the US.
Oh, okay.
For like
She was
2-3
crying.
weeks.
I
Yo.
could hear her.
I didn't eat. I think I even
I
ran
didn't know
away.
what to say.
I literally ran away
I
to
just
Uncle Mama's
didn't-
house because
you took off. Because I really didn't know how to handle
it
her.
was
I
actually
really didn't know.
so bad. And I'm just like, what? Like, what spell did this man have over me? No, honestly, because
No, I honestly, guys,
that
I've never seen my sister invested so much into prayer when she was getting ready, to take this man seriously. I can't say the things that were going on behind the scenes when I came back. I can't say it, but guys, yo,
yeah. So
That's
Praying-
the last time we've seen her very
praying
serious
women
with
are
prayer.
dangerous women. They can change things,
Hey,
alter
things change.
situations.
Things change.
Because no,
Things
I saw
change.
things.
So-
It's like anyway. Let's get into what you're continuing.
So
to
yeah,
say.
my answer to you is that after that situation and after I cried and everything happened, I was like, this is the last time ever that I'm going to allow a man to have that much power over my emotions. And since then, I've just been like, if something else today,
Cruising.
I'm like, oh yeah, see you, bye. It was
No,
nice
I
hearing
thought it
you.
was a skill.
No, it's. I feel like it's just something that needs to like click
Yeah.
in your mind, and you decide like,
And you make up.
yeah, you
You know
make up your
why
mind,
I'm
and you're like, I'm done.
surprised is
Yeah.
because again you've explained how emotional we all are.
Yeah.
So being able to kind of step back
Separate
and
it.
separate yourself, that's why I said it's a skill because it's rare.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to also know, since I know you're an expert at dating and you've been on so many dates, but what would you say? How have you grown to know what it is you're looking for in a guy?
Question is, do I even know what I'm looking for?
Oh boy.
No, I'm joking. I'm
No, but
joking.
it's
I feel like I like in a matter of like what's the word I'm looking for? Theoretically speaking, you kind of have an idea of like what you want and the kind of person you want to end up with, aside from like
The
physical
looks,
attraction
yeah.
and the looks and everything.
Oh yeah, we know the
It's-
looks there. You're not struggling
What do you mean?
in terms of the guys who come to you. We've seen it.
they're all good looking.
Oh. I mean, yeah, of course they have to be. so it's like more of like your character and just as a man, like how do you carry yourself? What are your values? What are you looking for? Things like that. So I feel like we have to be in alignment in much deeper issues or much deeper, whatever than just you look good, I look good, let's be together.
I'm grateful she said that because many girls, many women, completely have the wrong values of what they're looking for in a guy, especially in this generation we're living in. It's alarming, it's scary, and that's why for me personally, like it's hard. It's hard out there. You get me? Women nowadays, they want the guy with the money. If you're not making 6 figures a month, if you're not doing if you personally don't have 6-pack abs, you know what I mean? It's hard. Like obviously I'm not worried about that. Like I'm on my way up. But finding a woman while you're on the way up is one of the, as you guys know, personally. But I want to ask you, what are the things that you've learned about from mom that you can kind of say have changed your perspective of life?
Like
With
life
her
in
relationship
general.
failures and how, relationship, anything that has to do with perspective from her.
I think the biggest thing is because I feel like even with you, I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like you may have stayed in your marriage for longer than necessary because of us. So, like for me, I'm like, if something is not working, if something is not healthy, even if like you're married and you have kids and everything, I don't think it's worth putting yourself through the heartache, the emotional turmoil, everything, just for the sake of like family or whatever. Because your kids will be much better off with you guys separated and healthy than like together and just toxic. So obviously, the goal and the hope is that you'll meet someone and be married like till death do you part. That's the goal. That's what people want. Because people don't get into marriage thinking that we're gonna get divorced or like
So why do you think, not to cut you off, but continue on that thought, but why do you think so many marriages fail today? Open-ended question for both of you.
I feel like it's a plethora of reasons, honestly. I don't know, money issues, sex issues, cheating, things like that. So I don't know. I've never been married, but that's
Your perspective?
Why there's a lot of divorce?
yeah, like a high rate.
High rate. I think one
Extremely
is also
high.
extremely. One could be insecurities in both individuals. And I think the way the world is at this, with all this social media, there's a lot of mistrust as well. Again, like she said, financials as well, finances. When you're both struggling, many people don't want to struggle together to the end.
Yeah.
You see, to see so that you overcome the struggles together.
Yeah.
It's like people are so fickle. Once they hit a roadblock, they want out. It's like the good old days. Let me see, good old days. Like our grandparents, your grandparents, they stuck it out together. Though that contradicts what you said, that you don't, though they are not toxic, they really weren't toxic. I think they knew how to relate and how to cope with one another. Somehow our parents, our grandparents had a different view on life, and I think they had a different hold on life, in the sense that it was till death do us part. It was persevere in this thing, even for the sake of the children, and how they had seen their own parents living. It was just like mutual friendship, mutual trust. They had an understanding of life, of each other, which we don't have in this generation.
So
really.
now we've gone from grandparents, right? They
Yeah.
did really well
They
in
did
terms of
very
holding on to their marriage.
Yeah.
Then you come down to you, and it starts to now
Shake.
get worse.
Yeah.
And then like comes to us,
Yeah.
where people
It's
don't even want to get
non-existent.
married anymore, you know?
Yeah.
So what do you think is the solution to that now?
I think it's up to the individuals. It's how you perceive life. It's what you want out of life. It's your personality, your values. What do you want?
But you see, again, a lot of us have gone through so much trauma and seen our parents go through so much trauma that we're like, we don't want it. Like, it's not worth it. Like, what's the point? And then also for men, I feel like a lot of men are at the point where they're like, what is marriage going to do for me? Like, what am I benefiting from it? Because it's like,
It's more
in a sense,
dangerous.
it's the woman who's benefiting.
Yeah.
And as a guy, you're like
I
having
could
to
lose
sacrifice exactly. So it's honestly just pray that you end up with a person that you genuinely love and genuinely loves you, and you guys genuinely both want like the best for each other. Because I feel like if you're both coming into it with pure intentions, you're both coming into it with like a genuine heart, then I don't see why you wouldn't be able to like work through things.
Totally
'Cause
agree.
people have selfish intentions, and then people are just, communication just stops, people get bored, stuff like that, and you're not willing to put in the work that it takes to actually make a relationship work. Because relationships are
you
hard.
have to put in the work.
They're not
There's work,
easy.
Yeah,
Any type of relationship, not just romantic, you have to put in work to make it work.
it's true.
So yeah, people just don't want to do that anymore.
Okay. So now, how would you raise your future kids with the mindset that you have, with how much she's changed your perspective of life, with your current frame of mind and knowledge? So let's say you have a kid now. How are you going to raise them?
I think with your kids also, as they're growing, then you also get to see the things that like interest them, the kind of things they like. I think it's good to invest in your kids' talents from young. And then again, just teaching them good morals, good values, how to treat people, the important stuff that, a lot of people just kind of leave schools to like raise their children, or like leave your maid or your house up to raise your kids.
Are you going to
and you're
raise
not,
your
like,
kids in a school, or are you going to do homeschool?
That's one thing. I
no idea.
I homeschooled you guys. I think that helped a lot as well.
Yeah, but we were homeschooled for like 2 years. It wasn't long.
About like 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it still made a difference. It laid a good foundation, I find.
Yeah. So I think it's just being very present in your child's life makes a big difference. Because a lot of parents are not present, and they just, your kid goes to school, they're doing what they're doing, you're going to work, you come home, the next day rolls into the next day.
But we did have that kind of phase in our
Oh, yeah,
lives.
my
There was a
teenage
point
years.
when-
But I'm talking about
when I
myself.
was depressed.
You were non-existent. I had
was not
football
present.
games. You didn't even
I wasn't
care.
present. Yeah, I know. And I feel bad about
But it's
that.
fine. I that's the part of me that's like, I'm independent.
Yeah.
I don't need you guys there. I'd like for you guys to be there, but I don't need it.
So I think also one lesson is sometimes life really doesn't turn out the way you want it to.
Expect it,
because
yeah.
for me, there are lots of things we encountered as a family that I hadn't planned for that. I didn't see it coming.
Oh, man.
But it happened. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd say values, present.
Present. I think being present is the most important thing. That makes a big difference. And both parents being present. That makes a big difference. Because you see how damaged a lot of people can be
Because of
from
a
single
single
parent
parent.
homes.
Yeah.
So
How would you say that's affected you and how you've turned out now as an adult?
I think for me, it affected me a lot in Canada and also in high school, because I think after the divorce, I was 15, and I just think that's such a crucial age for a child to kind of
Especially a
just be
girl.
like, oh, okay, my dad doesn't want me anymore, type of thing. So you go into school and you're pretending you're fine, but you're not fine, and then you go through this depression, you go through sorts of suicide, you go through all kinds of things. And then, like me moving to Canada and being there for the duration of time I was there for is even worse, because now it's like, okay, I think I was there and, he was there. But then I just feel like
You were on your own.
you're on your own, So it's just kind of navigating how to deal with the fact that this parent doesn't want you anymore. And yeah, just it's hard. It's hard. It's heavy. It's a lot. But then, yeah, it's just.
I think even me, when I'm thinking about it now, it's like mentally, you kind of have a void of, do people really believe in you? Are you ever going to be worth it? Like, it damages you and your mindset. Because I think, like, when you have a present parent who's instilling confidence in you constantly, you mean there's nothing that you can't do, you can't fail. So you find out those people, whenever they put their mind to something, it's so much easier for them to just blossom and, grow because of the support they have. And I do think now we do have the support.
Now it's better though, because my self-esteem was like in the toilet.
Yeah. So how did you come? How did you
zero.
come out of that depression? And you mentioned suicide as well. How did you come out of that? Because some people also are battling that right now. Want to know how you potentially deal with that.
I think for me, the main thing was I just took my prayer life to a different level, because it's like, okay, I'm on my own. I'm in a different country.
Who do I have except God?
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, I give up on life, and then, it just wasn't as hard and as painful as it is going through depression and going through all these things. I think you just have to be emotionally and mentally
You also saw
strong
a therapist.
enough. No.
Oh, you didn't see a therapist?
No.
What?
Even you,
No, I
Mom,
didn't.
you've gone through a lot of depressive episodes. How would you kind of say is you've come out of that now, and people are seeing you glowing, you look younger? You know what I mean? People ask you, how old's your mom? I say, I don't know. You ask her. So people want to know.
Yeah.
They really kind of want to. I want you to kind of take people through those years where you are alone. You are battling depression. No, I know all the stories. I know what happened behind the scenes, but kind of give people an insight into that.
Wow, you really want us to go there?
Yeah, let's dive into it. Let's get into it. It's the meat and potatoes now.
Getting
Wow.
deep.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, it wasn't easy. Sometimes you could be in depression, but you don't even realize you're depressed. I think I was like that for some time.
I've experienced that as well.
Before I realized that, hey, Carol, you're actually depressed, So it took some time for me to realize that I was depressed. And I think when I came to realize was when I was like, actually, this is not me. This depressed person, I reached a point where I was tired of being that, because I knew who I am. I knew my potential. I knew who Carol is. So in that depressed state, that wasn't me. And you get tired. You actually get tired of being sad. You get tired of being down, depressed, and sad. Because even there was a point where I'd hear or see people laughing, and I'd wonder, why are these people laughing? What is there to laugh about? And then realize I hadn't laughed in a long time. Why do you say that? Why are you laughing? Because
that's you. That's you every day in the house.
What is funny?
That's you anytime I'm on my phone and I laugh. Oh, what's
no, but that's different.
Yeah, but I
That's
know.
a
But again,
different
I could
thing.
see the good side of it, and I could also see the bad side of it when you're dealing with
different.
it. Yeah.
This is now when you're depressed and the world
Nothing's
is grey.
funny.
Yeah, nothing's funny.
Yeah.
The world is grey, and you just want to be alone. You're actually isolated. You don't want to be with people. But somehow, by God's grace, I got a job. I got a job, and slowly started coming back into my relationship with the Lord, because for a while I couldn't understand why things turned out the way they turned out. Why did this happen to us? Why did this
Shattered
happen
was
to
crazy.
you? So
You were global.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was global?
Your movie Shattered. The producer.
Yeah,
You worked with Rita Dominic.
Yeah.
Who I know
We're
was
going
the
so far.
she was the queen of Nigerian Nollywood at the time.
Yeah. No, so we had quite a number of famous actors, and really it was because of my Pan-African vision. I had actors from all over Africa.
What's it called? Dreamhouse Productions.
Yeah, it was Dreamhouse Productions.
Legacy
back
One.
then. First was Dreamhouse Productions. Then I reinvented to Legacy One. Had a few issues there, and as I encountered very traumatizing people, and that's where I just shut down. I said, I'm not going to do production anymore. It's not easy doing production, but it's fun. I love it. I really do. If I could, and probably in the near future, I might just go back, because really my heart
And
is
hire
there.
me, because my acting.
Yeah.
Let them
I
know,
see
yeah,
you all,
let them know.
yeah. So I could,
Yeah.
because I did want to do a movie about divorce, but on the child? How does it affect you? So talk about our story, but from your perspective, not from my perspective. I actually still have that in my mind. That's something maybe we'll do in the future. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of now started praying. So you guys mentioned prayer a lot.
Yeah, prayer. I think prayer helped a
No,
lot.
prayer, and then also when I decided to move back to Kenya.
Yeah.
Because I think you guys had in your mind, you're like, okay, you're coming back for a couple of weeks and then you're going to go back to Canada. And in my mind, I was like, I'm booking a one-way ticket and I'm not coming back to this country. So I came back, and even I remember Uncle Mwema, when we had gone to Mombasa, sitting me down and just asking me, what's wrong and everything. Because even the week that we were there, I wasn't myself, like completely. So we took a walk on the beach, and like I probably like opened up to him. I was even crying. Like I broke down in tears and I told him everything. And he was very encouraging. And I feel like also having the support of you guys was that helped me be like, okay, finally I'm home. I can like
people who
settle
love
down
you.
with people. Exactly. I can settle down and start building my life again, because being in the West is not as exciting as everyone makes it out to be.
Yes,
it's like,
that's true.
you can go, you make your money, and
no
well
place
and
like
good,
home.
but it doesn't have that
Home
home
vibe,
vibe. Yeah,
family
it's so
vibe.
different.
Yeah.
It's very lonely, it's very depressing. I don't know if people are really truly happy, honestly. Home is different. So me making the decision to move back home, I think helps a lot. And I feel like that's also one of the reasons I'm even still alive today.
Yeah.
Because I may not even be here,
Yeah, and then I
So-
think also through the depression that we're talking about, having you guys come home also helped me a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there was a point where all of us here.
Because I was alone, literally alone for a very long time, and then I didn't want to socialize with people.
Yeah, no, that really affected me as well. I'm like,
Yes.
why is mom have no one around her?
Yeah, I didn't want to mix with people. I was always alone. I preferred being alone, but I guess that's also a trick. That's
That's not
something.
even who you are.
Sorry.
It's not who you are. So
Yeah,
it
it's
was,
not
like,
who I
different.
am. Yeah, I'm a social person. I
Yeah.
love being around people.
Oh
but
yeah, we know. Carry on though.
yeah, I love being around people. I love going out. You see, that's my default setting. My settings is a social bee, a sanguine. But in the depressed form, you're everything is gray. You're not happy. You're
Yeah.
sad. But when you guys now came, oh wow, and then we clashed a bit, but we
Oh,
still
yeah.
loved each other because now it was time to get to know. Okay, now so who is Tanu? Let me get to know you. Because when you left, I was not in a very good state, and now when you've come back,
She's a new person.
She's a different person. So I want to know. So who's this? My daughter? How have you been? What do you love? What don't you love? Blah blah blah. And same thing with you. I think with you we communicated quite a lot as well, and you came home quite often.
Yeah.
To the States. Yeah.
Okay, that's a very insightful thing to say. So let me ask you guys now, as we're closing, what are some of the next things both of you are getting into that people can kind of expect in the next couple of months? You mentioned something to do with the potential production.
I think I mentioned I was out of social media for a very long time, 10 years or something. I just shut all my social media handles, Facebook, Instagram.
Now, you had
everything.
thousands of followers on Facebook.
Sorry?
You had thousands of followers
Yeah,
on
I had
Facebook.
thousands of followers because of what I used to do. And then also Instagram, I just shut down Facebook, Instagram. I didn't want anything to do with social media. And so now I think after we had it just happened by accident. We had a conversation where like, why not? Previously I'd thought about it with my friends.
You've
going
gotten
back.
so close, and then you're like,
Yeah, I go back.
like you
I
had your
was-
own YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, and I had
And
my
you
own
were
YouTube
doing
channel.
well, and then
Yeah, it was doing quite
consistency
well.
just came.
Then things happened, and I was like, blackout. I
Yeah.
don't want to be out there. I don't want anything. But now I think it's time, and especially to share my experience.
Yeah, you are
lessons learned.
full of wisdom now.
Yeah, wisdom, mistakes. How to navigate certain situations, because there's so many people out there I know who are going through similar things we've been through, and probably have no way or knowledge of how to navigate them. So I want to see if, by God's grace, I'll help people somehow.
Yeah, no, I generally, guys, on a real note, I don't think I've met someone who has a heart of giving like the way my mom has, where she will give until she has nothing left to give. Even herself, she'll be finished. She'll completely deplete everything just for the sake of helping people. So when I say she has a pure heart, there's not many people like her anymore, and I think it's very inspiring. And I was even asking Tanu, what has she learned from you that's changed? your perspective of life. Me personally, it's giving out of a place of I'm not worried where my next kind of income will come from. And that to me, having an abundance mindset, obviously there's a point we had abundance and scarcity. We're like, you need to be frugal and everything. But now
Yeah, we
it's
were
like
from way there
to down, and then now we come we're back at it. So I'm like, it's so important. Whoever is listening to me right now, this what I'm about to say is one of the most influential keys of wisdom I can give you is live out of a place of abundance, and don't think, if I give someone this 1,000 shillings or I give someone this, I'm completely cooked. Because there's a proverb that says there is that scattereth but yet increaseth, and there is that withholdeth more than is necessary, and it tendeth to poverty. So that proverb is how I live life, and I can see that clearly through my mom, and it's very inspiring. So whatever she's doing, guys, please follow her Instagram. We'll shout your Instagram later. But Tanu, the TikTok queen. Guys, of course, you can see we're wearing Mwotaji, If you want
He
Mwotaji,
forced us to wear Mwotaji.
We had other ideas.
we're clipping that out. We're clipping that out.
No, we're not clipping.
Keep it in,
keep it in, keep it in.
I know we
I
don't
didn't
look
force
all
anything.
that, but yeah, he made us wear Mwotaji. Otherwise, we're all ready to come all glammed
Wrapping
out.
the brand.
What do you mean?
It's still good. It's a
it's okay,
casual
it's
Saturday
just
vibe.
Making fun, but Tan when when we rock up, we rock out.
Hey, shit.
We slay.
Anyway, so yeah, Tanu, tell the people.
I think for me, honestly, because I am a very big creative, I think it's just a matter, and I've been like that since I was probably like 11 or 12. And I think it's a matter
Well,
of
you all
just...
got it from me. My side of the family, that's where you got your creativity from. Are you really gonna do that?
No, so I just think for me, it's more of like building an online presence and an online brand, which is going to be me. Like I feel like people have their niches and whatever it is they're doing, but I feel like
You're
you
your
can
own
also
niche.
be your own brand and
Yeah.
niche. So just putting myself back out there a lot, organizing. I have a couple photo shoots coming up, and just
Tell them.
like
Say that.
someone I connected with who we're working on doing something
Cooking
together.
up something, okay.
Yeah, so I think for me it's just creating a good online presence,
For
mainly Instagram and TikTok. But my TikTok is just
But yeah, so you have a good online presence. What's the intention? I hope the intention is positive impact.
I mean, of course.
Yeah, it should
So-
always be that.
Yeah, and also fun, sprinkle some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trust you to have some fun.
Yeah,
So it's-
trust indeed. Anyway, that has been
Yeah.
from yours truly. It has been my mom and my sister. That has been the Tribal Dreamers Network episode 1. Stay tuned for the next episode where we'll have a special guest here again, or we might be out in the field seeing their lifestyle. So you never know. But subscribe. Before we even end this, guys, can we tell these people to subscribe? Because
Subscribe.
Subscribe
How-
and follow us on Instagram.
how are we going to grow this if you guys don't subscribe? It doesn't even take more than 2 seconds to just click the button subscribe. You know what I mean? So help us grow. But my goal is to kind of get to 1,000 followers on YouTube. First, obviously, we first hit the 500 milestone. So please help us. I think I know 500 people. You guys probably know 500 people. So send this to someone who can subscribe and grow the channel to 500
And
subscribers.
it's an interesting channel.
You know what I mean? So I think we're only going to help you guys increase in value as you help us also increase in value. So we kind of want to partner together by helping
And grow
us grow. And, we never know where this will go. I believe Tribal Dreamers is one of them, a special
But the
brand.
funny thing is, we didn't mention this. You call your thing Tribe of Dreamers,
Yeah.
and my production was Dream House Productions.
Yes,
I
yes.
find that so.
And we didn't talk about it,
We
yeah?
never even had a discussion. Nothing, and the Mwotaji thing is Dreamers. I was like, how? Because I find all my children have something of me.
Yeah.
So there's a writer I knew. I'm a writer. Tinder loves film. I was a filmmaker. She's beautiful.
Not that being the only thing you can say.
No, there's a
man.
lot. I'm just kidding.
man.
I'm just kidding. But I actually, as a parent, I find that so fascinating that I actually see a little
You've
bit,
duplicated
actually,
yourself.
a lot of me in you, the three of you actually. Too much. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Shout out to Tinder also.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
Tinder. We love you. So,
Hey, okay, yeah. So that's been my family. I just kind of wanted you guys. This is one of the personal growth episodes. We might have a business growth episode next, but you never know. But that's the 3 pillars of what Tribe of Dreamers Network is: personal growth, mindset growth, and business growth. So thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. It's been your boy Muli JR. on the
Do you
next
tell
one.
people to say their Instagrams?
Yeah.
I
Shout out
thought
to
they'll put
Instagram.
it in
We'll put it in the bio.
Yeah.
But
Oh, okay.
shout out to Instagram now.
Oh, it's Mutanu_Mwindi.
And you?
Mwikali_Kali.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't
And it
know
has
it.
been your boy _MuliJR on YouTube and TikTok. And also check MwotajiOfficial.com to get your next t-shirts as we were rocking these t-shirts. And you guys are very lightweight, breathable, dry fit as well, and very comfortable. So please get yourself one when you can. So yeah. Peace.
Bye, guys.
A dream without action is as gold found but not taken.
Come on, boys.